All right, let's get right into it. If you've ever created something, anything at all, and put it out there for the world to see, you know that feeling, right? That little notification buzzes, you open it up, and boom, it's feedback. But as we all know too well, not all feedback is created equal.
I mean, just imagine getting both of these comments on the very same day. On one hand, you've got someone telling you your work is informative, that they actually learned something from it, and on the other, someone's telling you your slides are painfully boring and that you're just desperately craving attention. Talk about digital whiplash, right?
So let's really break down these two polar opposite faces of feedback. Because, understanding what makes them so different is really the first step to figuring out how on earth you're supposed to handle them. And that really just gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? One of these comments is a stepping stone. It actually helps you get better, move forward, and improve your work. The other one, it's just a stumbling block. It's designed to trip you up, to knock you off balance. It's not even about your work, really. It's an attack.
Okay, so let's put on our lab coats and do a little anatomy lesson on these comments. Seriously, if we dissect the language, we can start to see the real intent behind the words. And that is the absolute key to deciding what to do next.
And when you look at it side by side like this, the difference is just, wow, it's stark. The feedback on the left is all about the content. It talks about informative ideas, the mix of text, charts, images. But the comment on the right, it's a straight-up attack on the creator. It's full of insults and assumptions, like desperately craving attention. And this just lays it out perfectly. What makes feedback actually helpful? Well, first off, it's specific. It tells you exactly what worked. It also shows you the impact it had on someone. I learned a lot. And of course, it's encouraging. But the most important thing here, every single point is about the work, not the person who made it.
Now, let's just isolate this other comment for a second. You notice how there is literally nothing you can do with this? Painfully boring. Okay, what does that even mean? How do you improve from that? The rest of it is just a personal jab about your motivations. This isn't constructive, it's just meant to get a rise out of you. So there you are, staring at this stumbling block, this piece of negativity. What do? Do you fire back? Do you just ignore it and hope it goes away? This brings us to the big question we're going to tackle.
This is the question, right? It's the one that everyone who puts themselves out there has to deal with. And it's a tough one. Ignoring it feels kind of like letting them win, but jumping in can suck you into a messy, pointless online brawl. So, what's the professional way to go?
Okay, this is so important. If you choose to respond, you need a complete mindset shift. The goal is not to win an argument with some random person on the internet. The goal is to show your professionalism to your entire audience, all the people who are watching, and to take back control of the conversation.
So let's get into the strategy. Here's a clear, simple framework for putting together a professional response that does exactly that.
Step 1, and this is probably the hardest part, pause. Just breathe. Don't fire back when you're angry. You've got to separate that emotional sting from the comment itself. Step 2, look for an actual idea buried in the insults. With our example, the only idea is that the slides are boring. So you could briefly and calmly address that one point, maybe talk about your design choices, while completely ignoring the personal attacks. And finally, step 3, be the professional in the room. Remember, your response is for everyone, not just the troll. Respond with class, with confidence, and with respect for your audience. Because at the end of the day, this is what you're aiming for. By handling garbage criticism with professionalism, you actually set the tone for your whole community. You're showing everyone that you value real constructive feedback and you won't get dragged into the mud. And that encourages more of the good stuff. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. A really well-handled rebuttal can do way more than just shut down a hater. It can actually build your credibility and show off your character in a way that no regular piece of content ever could. So what if you started seeing every bit of criticism not as an attack, but as a golden opportunity to demonstrate just how professional you are?